Hello and welcome to my messy desk, assuming we're recording. Man, I've been trying to record quite a bit. For anyone paying attention, it's been a while since I've uploaded anything. I've had a lot of attempts and failures. This is with all new hardware and software, so this is a lot of tests right here. This isn't going to be a whole video. This is basically a PSA and a test for the hardware and software. Um, what I'm doing today is I'm doing a little service on my entertainment PC. This is a Dell Latitude 5490 with a nice, it's not an SSD, the M2 NVMe. Uh, that was an upgrade and maxed out, I think it's maxed out memory. I think I'm at 62 gigs or, sorry, I didn't prep for this. What I'm doing is replacing the thermal paste. As you can see right here, this is processor pack, and pull the fan out, which I'm cleaning with the brush and my compressed air that I have off to the side here. I also have this nifty little cordless fan dealio. I definitely recommend one of these. It's basically compressed air in, well, not a can. It's a rechargeable unit. Just plug it into USB right there, charge it up, and you have an endless supply of compressed air, except it's not. It's run through a motor. But anyway, we are. The point of the video is to talk about this. I bought this refurbished a few years ago. Almost all my electronics I get refurbished because I'm able to apparently get better usage out of older gear than most people. I also need to do a lot of software cleanup on this thing, streamline the settings, check the registry, uninstall old software, clear caches, etc., etc. Maybe update drivers, check firmware. But one thing that's very important about electronics is to keep it from overheating. I noticed the fan was kicking in a little more often, so I figured, hey, it has to have been at least a few years since this thing has had its thermal paste replaced. So that's what I'm doing today. And that's the point of this video. Just to mention that you need to take care of your stuff. Change the oil in your car, rotate the tires, get the parts serviced and maintenanced, whatever type of car you have, whatever type of drive system it is. Check the transmission, check the health of your battery or batteries. Do the work to maintain your system, and it'll return. It'll be a return for you. It'll last longer. It'll work better. Electronics generally don't die. I shouldn't say that. Old electronics can. We don't really use electrolytic based capacitors for most circuitry. They'll still use it for power and audio systems, power regulation. Capacitors are a component that do a lot of things, like a lot of electronic components. There are capacitors all over up in the circuitry. I'm assuming they're almost all solid state. The old-fashioned big electrolytic ones are something you would see in an amplifier, amongst power supplies. Filter out AC, filter frequencies, act as a current, temporary current storage, spike builder, etc., etc. If you want to talk electronics, be happy to go into that. Anyway, doing what I'm doing here, taking a half hour out of my day, and doing this test to test my camera, and I just realized my nails need some work. Should have gotten them. Usually, if I'm doing a video, I become really self-conscious about my hands and whatnot, and now I am. Nails need to be trimmed and cleaned. Cuticles are a mess. Anyway, there are plenty of videos on how to disassemble just about every model of computer you have. It's very simple. You take apart what you need to take apart, as I've done here. I'm at the point where I'm taking off using isopropyl. I'm using some isopropyl and Q-tips to take off the old. As you can see, it's really dry and gooey. I'm going to clean all of this old stuff off, here, and on the this is the heat sink and piping system for removing the heat. I pulled the fan out. I'm going to clear all that out with a clean brush and clean it all up, put fresh paste on, and this is the Natua paste. This is some thermal paste I had bought for upgrading. I did a mod on a PS4 a little while ago. I don't think I did a video for that. I have some video ideas that I want to do. There's a lot of maintenance stuff, a lot of project work. I had a couple projects that I was working on, but I'm under NDAs, so I chose not to videotape them just so I didn't accidentally leak something before I'm allowed to talk about it. Um, anyway, as always, if questions, comments, I appreciate the folks that have said or things. Yeah, I know the lighting on my desk could be. Right now, I'm getting cross lighting. I have an overhead light that's full spectrum. It does cast a bit of a shadow, which I generally work around. I barely really think about it. I get getting sunlight from the off on this side, coming in the office window. I have overhead lamps or overhead lighting that's not even on right now. Um, I had some comments on the lighting. Yes, I could add a few more lights to get rid of the shadows. I'll look into doing that if it's really a problem. Audio is always going to be a problem for me because I mumble. I'm trying to project. I'm trying to enunciate. I am conscious of it. This is a whole new mic setup. So, and I think the last video I did, I actually wore my headset, and it was problematic. I was getting a lot of pops, which I was surprised for a very expensive headset to get the pop sound. In my studio, I actually have a really nice microphone with one of the screens over the mic. But anyway, I digress, going off on a tangent as I often do. Like I said, if you have ideas, things you'd like to see me do, or like to see some of my project work or craft work, I have some plans for some leather work, um, some tool maintenance, other stuff. But like I said, maintain your electronics. I mean, it kills me when people have stuff, especially when I look at stuff I've done for other people and it's just full of soot, smoke, whatever crap builds up in the heat clearing system or in the airflow system. It's like if it can't breathe, it's going to, and this is true of most, whether it's electronics or your car needs to breathe. It needs oxygen to combust, to maximize the combustion in the engine. That's why mass flow intake optimizes and increases horsepower. That's why improved exhaust systems do the same. You need good airflow. So just making that key. If you have, as I already said, questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you. If you have ideas for videos, I'm all into it. I have a list of things that I want to do. It's just a matter of getting to it and getting it done. I appreciate the time you're taking to watch this. I hope you're having a good day and life is going pretty smooth for you. Thank you.